the internet, and if you don't identify as a human and instead identify as a horse, other kin, then I don't really like you. Like, what is up with this horse, other kin? I think I've just offended like about 100% of all Tumblr users right now. No, but seriously, if you do identify as horse, other kin, please don't try and kill me like every other horse on this planet. Anyway, I'm Amelia, and horses don't seem to like me very much. For one, I'm allergic to horses, and you would know this if you watched one of my previous story times about the time where I had an allergic reaction on a school trip from touching a horse with my face. The link will be in the description. But they now seem to actually want to straight up kill me, and I don't know why. What have I ever done to horses? I used to like them. I still kind of do like them, but it would be nice if they'd stop trying to kill me. So therefore, this story time is going to be about the time a horse nearly tried to kill me. Or 2 horses, actually. So in the summer holidays, about 5 weeks ago, I was at this party what takes place in a big field, and there's a river beside it. It's a very classy place to host a party. I didn't host it though. Nearly all my school year went there to have a sesh, as they like to call it. Because it was a sesh, most people were drinking, but not a lot. Don't call the police or something. Like, that's gonna be sad if you do. Which was fine in my opinion. You can drink if you want to, as long as you know the consequences of drinking, aka like liver failure and cancer and death. But we had another sesh a week before that, what was for the end of year party thing, and the whole year went, like, bar like 2 people or something who just don't like to party. That's fair enough. And that was amazing, but what I noticed was that there was 2 horses, 2 gypsy horses in that field, and it was alright. Some people brought them over, some people petted them. I didn't, because I know I'm allergic to them, so I didn't want to have like an allergic reaction in the middle of nowhere. Overall, they didn't really do anything wild at that sesh. Oh, what do I say instead? I'm going to say gathering, okay? In that gathering. So forward wind to the first sesh I was talking about, and 2 people, 2 quite intoxicated people, brought the horses over to the big group of people in our gathering, and then suddenly the tables turned and the horses just started charging at us.
Oh, it's a nice game plan.
But yeah, the horses started charging at us, and there's about 100 teenagers running around everywhere and darting everywhere, horses everywhere. It was mayhem. So me and this girl, I'm going to call her M because that's what her first name starts with. I don't know if she wants me to say her full name. She might not even watch this video, but yeah, I'm just going to call her M for this video. And we ran on a tiny little pathway next to the stream, what I was talking about earlier, and she's an athlete, so she was obviously in the lead, and I couldn't keep up with her very well, so I was kind of like pretending to be alright, but instead I was just like dying inside because I don't do exercise. It isn't my forte. As we were running, I think I shouted something like, "Run like Usain Bolt" to her, and we both found this quite funny, and she started laughing, and we were both distracted at this point. But then, as soon as we started laughing and being distracted from our actual mission of trying to get away from the horses, we heard footsteps, like really hard footsteps. She was like, "What's this?" And then, but I didn't hear that at the time, and there was the horses had just literally came like around the path, because we're going kind of around a turn, and the horses came that way. We were running this way, so at this point we were about to collide. And then because I was still laughing at it because I found myself so funny, but then pushed me into the bushes, and I was like, what are you doing? It hadn't even came into my head that the horses had just passed us because I was slow. I didn't know what was going on, so I just thought she'd pushed me into the bushes, but then I saw the 2 horses dart past us, and I could actually feel the fur on my skin just kind of like brushing past me, and I could have died. If she hadn't pushed me into the bushes, I wouldn't have known what the hell was going on, and I probably would have got trampled on or fell into the river or something and probably drowned. Something bad would have happened to me, so I'm very grateful for that. But the next 15 minutes was just me and just kind of like hyperventilating because we're in so much shock that we could have died. We were talking about this was a near-death experience. We needed counselling afterwards. We had to kind of like meditate on like on the bridge. It was like a bridge over the river, quite far away from the field. So we were kind of just meditating on this bridge, kind of thinking like, oh, it'll be all right. It's going to be all fine. It'll be Aries in the morning. But the worst thing was, when we finally joined the rest of our year, we were completely in shock. We were just kind of like being dramatic, but telling everyone the story. We were telling everyone it, like, not even exaggerating, well, maybe a little bit, but we were saying like we could have died basically, and that they should be grateful that we're still alive. And we're in our heads, before we joined the rest of them, we were thinking that, like, oh my god, what if we go back and everyone's just like dead? What if someone actually died? Like, it was really serious, because as we ran down the path, loads of people followed us. So we're like, did you not see the horses? And we're like, no. And we're just like, what are you on about? And they were just like, you're being really over dramatic, Amelia, and just calm down. And we're like, no, we could have died. You could have died as well. We have the right to be dramatic about this. They didn't understand our trauma. They didn't understand what we had been through. So now it's safe to say that me and Em bonded over this traumatic near-death experience, and we are we're good friends now. About a whole week after that, we were like tagging each other in pictures of horses, saying like, oh, this the horse looks like the horse that tried to kill us, and we're saying like, oh, I'm so triggered by this horse. And it's so funny, we joke about it all the time now, and we're saying like, for Christmas we're going to buy each other like pictures of the horse on the t-shirt, saying like near-death buddies. It's funny now. We laugh about it now, but seriously, we could have died. So the moral of the story, if you ever see a horse and there's loads of drunk people on a field, don't try and get the horses to come to everyone, because you might die, I guess. I don't know why I'm sharing the story with you, but I just thought it was quite funny. So I hope you laughed with me, and I hope you maybe found this quite interesting or funny or depressing or sad or traumatic. But whatever you do, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, watch my first video about the horses, my first story time, about the time where I had an allergic reaction on a school trip, because if you found this funny, then you might find the other video quite funny. So yeah, make sure to check out my other videos. Please share this video with your friends, or not. Please comment some of your experiences with horses or experiences with animals that try to kill you, if you have any. And yeah, I hope to see you, or you to see me, in my next video, and I would like to wish you a very merry day. Goodbye.